Hi Cancer, welcome to your Tarot Love reading. So for today's reading, I'm going to be using the Lightseers deck. So remember to take what resonates and leave behind whatever you feel does not from today's reading. So let's find out what messages come through for today's reading. So the first card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. And the next card we have is the Hermit. So you could be dealing with a Virgo with that Hermit card. And then we have the Three of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, so a Sagittarius, a Leo, or even an Aries. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Magician card. So with the Magician card, this can even show a Gemini that may be coming through. Okay, so with the Magician card, already I'm getting the sense that if you have not yet met this person is definitely setting up to meet you and to create the circumstances for you to meet and for them to come into your life, or for you to come into their life. So they are already somewhat laying down the groundwork in which this meeting may happen. Also, if you have met this person is perhaps thinking of some ways in which they can become more proactive in how they are handling the relationship. So this could be with them perhaps taking more active steps and approaches and trying to actively show you how they feel about you, or show the presence of love in a connection through their actions. So this is very proactive energy, and this is all about trying to bring something into existence. So this is that energy of being ready and trying to create the opportunity for a meeting, or for an opportunity for being able to perhaps convince or take things to the next level. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a card that shows changes that may be on the horizon. So with the Wheel of Fortune, this being the right time, because it also shows divine timing. So this I'm really getting is tying in with the Magician card, and there being some kind of a meeting that is going to be happening soon, or that this person is trying to set up. And that can be, even if this person has not yet met you, they are in a place where they are ready to start pursuing, or start setting up the situation or the environment in a way that it would bring perhaps the two of you into the same space. And so even with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a card that is showing a lot of changes, and this could even be the kind of changes, if you do know this person, that are all about changing as in upgrading a relationship and making things a little bit more official, or even just making them more comfortable. So you could be at a place where where things are moving from perhaps a stage where you may have already met the initial meeting phase, and you're starting to get comfortable with each other. You're starting to really get settled into a connection. And this Wheel of Fortune shows a lot of positive energy around that ability to adapt and to be more comfortable. If you are single, this is a card that is showing the change that is on the horizon for that. This is all about being able to move into the next phase, the change, a huge change in relationships, your relationship status. So that could be something that you may be getting the opportunity at soon. And with the Hermit card, that is wanting to impress, to show up in a way that is going to be very impressing to the other person, but also comforting to the other person, so that they can adjust in a relationship in a way that is going to be very complementary. Also with the Hermit card, this is wanting to learn more, wanting to gain some understanding. So this could be the other person perhaps really being curious about you right now, wanting to know more about you and what you like, and how they can show up in a way that would be better for you and even better for the connection. So this is the introspecting time where the person is trying to improve themselves in a way that will make them show up in a way that will be deserving perhaps of this upgrade, this change in the dynamic. They may be working on themselves, that is on a deeper level. This could even be on a psychological level. and an emotional level, so that they can heal and show up as the more upgraded version of themselves on a psychological level and on an emotional level in love. And even if the person is perhaps being a bit distant, it is in order to work on themselves and their improvement, so that they can, if they feel a little bit that they can do better, they want to improve in a certain field, so that they can show up in a way that is going to be better for them to also accept as well, and that meets their idea of the standard that you are on. This person is really working on themselves so that they can show up in this meeting as being the best version of themselves, and so that they can also be able to provide you with a more mature version of themselves. And they are trying to transcend the lesser, more perhaps immature parts of themselves that they may be realizing because they are introspecting. But also this person could also be studying you and wanting to show up as a better version so that they can complement you. With the Three of Wands, this is showing plans for changes. So all of these cards are really all about change, especially with the Wheel and the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is one that is showing the kind of changes that are all about the future changes. So this could even be your person contemplating moving things to the next level and wanting to make things a little bit more solid, thinking about how they can make things perhaps more long lasting, more solid, and committing in some way, and wanting to create a foundation that is going to be very long lasting. Person thinking about what they can do through the way they show up. They may want to prove something to you, and with the Hermit card, this shows that there is action behind their talk. This is all them having had put in the work, especially on an emotional level. But also with the Wheel, this is about right timing. This is all about being able to create the right circumstances and being able to take action. It's timing, it's the right place. And the Three of Wands is showing that this is not random, this is planned, this is the next step in the relationship that they have been thinking about and have been wanting to implement and put into action. Also with the Three of Wands, this is also a card that shows long distance. So a person that you are dealing with is at a distance from you, and perhaps it is a long distance kind of a connection. This is that person contemplating how to approach you, and they may be actually making plans for how to perhaps be able to move things to the next level in a way that is going to be long lasting and coming into your space in a way that the romantic connection can pick up and can move to a more solid, blissful stage. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out a card from the Fairy Tarot deck. Is the Sun card. So it says plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. There's a lot of planning that is going on, and with this card is further confirmation that these plans are going well and that they will work out very perfectly. This person has been making some plans and thinking very much about your connection, to even the point of perhaps even overthinking, but not in an unhealthy way, in a way that's going to guarantee that there is certainty and that there are no mistakes when it comes to how this meetup is going to be happening, and that it works out in a way that is going to work out perfectly. So I'm seeing a lot of forward movement right now. This is speaking on the plans. This person could be thinking quite a lot right now about perhaps the future and wanting to make plans and wanting to make things perhaps even official along the lines. This is the part where they are still planning, they are still thinking, and it is something that is on their mind. So with the Magician card, that's very proactive energy, so it's definitely something they are going to take action towards. And with the Sun card being the clarifier of this reading, this is something that is going to be, it's going to be the kind of meeting that can be described as amazing. It is a great idea. So this is not someone who is perhaps unideal for you, that it's going to be quite obvious that this is the person for you, or the person that you should be taking the next step with. This idea may be one that really resonates with you, but also with that person. And with the Hermit card, it looks like this person has given this quite a lot of thought. So when this person does present this idea to you, it's one that is well thought out, and it's one that makes a lot of sense. Definitely one that will progress and move your connection forward. Okay, so what is this connection teaching you? I'm gonna pull out a card from the Starseed Oracle deck just to find out what you need to know, anything else that you may need to know. So you have this card, it's called Star Family. You're part of a team of souls, call in support. Okay, so even with this card, this is all about there being a lot of support, and perhaps even this being divine timing, just like with that Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And what's interesting is that these two cards flew out of the deck in the upright position. So we have the Chariot and we have the Lovers. So the Chariot is a card that was also representative of Cancer, so this could be you. And the Lovers, so this is the love reading, is very fitting. And also the Lovers shows Gemini energy, similar to the Magician, which is at the bottom of the deck. So perhaps you could be dealing with a Gemini, and this could be also confirmation about those plans moving forward, which is shown by this Chariot card. A Gemini sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so that is all I have for today's reading, Cancer. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Cancer.